All right, guys, so Milestone has officially launched the first DLC here in Supercross 25, and we now have access to two-strokes. So if I come on over to the two-stroke bikes pack number 1, we can see what this pack has to offer. Of course, it is included in the Seasons Pass if you do have the Seasons Pass, or you can purchase it on the store. The 5 bikes that are included in this pack are, of course, the Yamaha YZ 125, Yamaha YZ 250, the KTM 250 SX, which those 3 bikes are 2024 models, the Kawasaki KX 250, which is a 2007 model, as well as the Honda CR 250, which is another 2007 model. So here is what the bike looks like in the garage. If you guys want to take a quick look, we are going to be focusing on the Yamahas in today's video just because I am a Yamaha fanboy. And the DLC technically launched yesterday or the day before this video is going live on my channel, and the bikes were literally broken. Not only was every bike model green, like fully green, this neon green, man. It was crazy. It looked like Shrek. For some reason, the rider would not stay on the bike. He would just kind of let go of the bike at random points. So I must admit, not the smoothest launch for the first DLC of the year here in Supercross 25, but hey, we got 2 strokes in the game, and that's what we're here to focus on. If you guys do enjoy at any point in time, make sure to go down there, smash that thumbs up button for me. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite 2-stroke is in real life or in the game. Just let me know what your favorite 2-stroke is, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Let's have some fun on these 2-strokes. We're here on Tampa, of course, on the YZ 250 2-stroke, and right away the first thing I noticed is that, dude, the audio is just, it's not terrible. But if my bike sounded like this in real life, I'd probably be a little bit concerned. Let's see if we can triple here. So far, the bike seems to be handling not too bad. I just wonder how it compares to like 450s, speed-wise, that is. Will the 250 2-strokes actually be able to compete or not? I kind of have a feeling they're going to be a little slow, especially with no upgrades, but that could also be a way for them to balance them. I know there is a big line you can hit here, going to the outside, and then like launching this. You can actually quad this on a 450, which is probably the fast line if you're running a hot lap, but I'm not sure if the 250 2-stroke is going to have enough oomph to get up and over it. I'm a 2-stroke guy in real life, so I always like when they do the 2-stroke DLCs just because it's fun. It's cool to kind of ride the same bike that you ride in real life, but in the game, if that makes sense. Let's go for a lap here. Up and over the finish line we go. To the inside here in this sand section. On the gas early. 5th gear wide open. Lock up the brakes for this inside. Get a little scrub there. Oh yeah, man, these things are feeling nice, I must admit. Way better than they did yesterday. The green machines were not fun to ride when the update first dropped, or when the DLC first dropped. They were brutal. Can get that triple from the inside. So it does. Oh, and there's the goon moment. First goon moment of the video. Going off track there. I must say, it does feel like the 250s have a decent amount of power, as they should. I don't think they should be super underpowered. I do believe the 450s should probably be the fastest bikes. Oh, man. Goon moment number 2. I do believe that the 450s should probably be a little quicker than the 250 2-strokes. Especially when it comes to Supercross. I don't think a 250 2-stroke really can compete with a 450, but it's nice to know that you're actually going to be able to like hit lines, hit that inside, and make that Supercross triple. Like, it just feels nice. It doesn't feel like the bike is super underpowered. Now, of course, this is a 250, so when we check out that 125 here in a bit, that might be a different story, but it's nice to know that the 250 2-strokes at least have some speed so far. A little bit of a struggle here in the sand section. Maybe I'm in too high of a gear. See, a 103 for my lap time so far. I wonder if I can beat that. I almost guarantee I can beat that. Dude, I'm having fun with this bike, I must admit. It handles very very similar to the 450s. It's not like it's completely different when it comes to the physics, but it definitely is a little different, I must say. Oh, and I'm not able to get up and over that table. Gonna ruin this line, man. Hug the inside here. On the gas, stretch out that triple. Triple. I clipped that tough block coming into this section. Took a little bit of my speed, but we were still able to make it through fairly clean. Dude, this is fun. 2 strokes in Supercross. We need to see more 2 strokes in Supercross in real life. Another 103, so not terrible lap times. I definitely... Oh, okay. I want to say on the 450, I think I run like a 59? I don't think my lap time is in the minutes. I could just be making that up. I will double check at some point in the video, but I do feel like I'm like 4 seconds off my pace running this bike. Get that triple to here. Jump to here. Get this on off. To the inside we go. Kind of seems like being smooth on the 250s or the 2 strokes is going to be rewarded, which makes sense. The more momentum you can carry on these bikes is probably better. I ran a 102 there. Still wasn't an amazing lap, but cool, man. I'm getting a feel for this bike, and it feels like these things are going to be fun. I don't think they'll compete with the 450s, but who knows? A 2-stroke series might actually be enjoyable in this game. Up and over that. Little bit of a clip there on the triple in. In second gear, make this? Oh, you can make that Supercross triple in second gear. Get this triple. Dude, the 250 2-stroke actually is enjoyable to play here in this game so far. I am curious to check out the 125. I have a funny feeling the 125 is going to be like unbearably slow, but I don't want to build up any false opinions before I actually try it out. Another 102. Not too shabby, not perfect laps, but hey, we can at least make it around the track and have fun doing it. I bet you could probably hold the bike wide open and make that quad. I bet you. If you come out wide here... Oh, that's going to be a bad drive. I wonder if you could hit that corner good and make that quad happen. So far, I am actually impressed. I must admit that the 252 strokes seem to be fairly fun here in Supercross 25. I don't know what I was expecting, but I feel like this exceeds my expectations because they're fast, they're flowy. You can actually have a little bit of fun on the 2 strokes. Let those 2 strokes eat, man. Now, I am going to stay on Tampa just so we can kind of compare lap times, but I'm going to hop on the 125. I do realize that one of my first Supercross 25 videos was on Tampa as well, but the track's been updated since then, so I figured why not hop in and showcase some more Tampa. So here we go, my first laps on the 125. Let's see what we can do up and over the finish line. Oh, listen to this thing scream, man. It sounds like a weed whacker. Oh, this thing sounds crazy. It's actually not so far. I shouldn't say anything yet, but it doesn't feel as slow as I expected it to be. And it feels like the handling is actually not bad as well. Getting the triple line through there. We're going to get this on, off, and then triple into the corner. Now, there's no way the 125 makes the Supercross triple from... Okay, I stand corrected. We made it happen from the inside. That is impressive. Don't think that would happen in real life, but dude, this bike seems like it's actually pretty fun. Definitely have to be in the right gear though. I landed in that corner a gear high and started to bog my brains out. Do the whoops. Let's see what we can do. Let's have some fun on the 125. Dude, screaming and going nowhere in the sand. Little scrub-a-dub over the finish line jump. On the gas through that berm. Lock up the brakes, hug this inside. Gonna jump. Double through this section. On the gas and get this triple line. I should have went for the triple into this section, or the jump over the table, because, yep, that totally ruined my flow. I am impressed, I must admit. I expected the 125s to be slow and almost, I don't want to say unplayable, but you definitely have to ride the 125 for, you know, what it is. It's a 125. It's not going to have a ton of power, so I didn't really expect to be hitting, like, big lines or, you know, Supercross triples from the inside, but the bike actually feels relatively good. It really does. I think people are going to have a blast on these two-strokes, considering they are actually rideable. I'm not sure if, you know, the 125 is going to be competitive with the 254 strokes, because of course that is the class it would race in, but triple, jump into the corner, and oh man, a little bit of timing I need to work on. So of course on this bike, if you're not perfect, you're probably going to be struggling, but dude, I am impressed across the board so far with this two-stroke DLC. Over the finish line we go. See if we can run a clean lap. That is the goal. I want to get a clean lap under my belt so I can compare lap times to the 252 stroke. Right now we are like 2, almost 3 seconds slower. Should have went and just hugged the inside there, but I think it is not a terrible idea to just try and keep some momentum alive on this bike. 125s definitely aren't the best bikes to be stop and go. If you hug the inside in a corner and almost come to a stop, it's going to be hard to get that momentum back. And this sand section, the sand really seems to slow the 125 down. Coming across the line with a 103.8. So roughly a second slower than my 252 stroke time, which that's impressive. I shifted up way too early coming down that start straight, but I find being in the right gear definitely makes a big difference. There, I shifted up to 4th, and the bike starts bogging, and you basically lose all power, so that's pretty realistic. Even there, 4th gear, I'm in the wrong gear, and it just wants to bog, so that definitely is, you know, how it would be in real life. I think the two-strokes are definitely more unforgiving when it comes to being in the wrong gear. The 4 strokes in this game, you can definitely pretty much ride around, and I don't want to say any gear you want, but you can be a gear high and it's not going to make like a crazy difference. It's not going to be the end of the world. But even there, like clicking into 5th a little early coming out of that first corner, and you can tell the bike takes a bit to get going. So being in the proper gear is probably pretty important here on the two strokes. Hug this inside, get this on off. Should I go to the inside and try and hit the Supercross triple? Let's go for it. Stretch it out. Oh man, clean. Triple. Get through this rhythm. Land, get on the gas. fifth gear in the whoops, of course. That hasn't changed. Bike sounds like it's about to explode. Pretty clean lap though, and we're gonna come across the line with a 103.5, so improving on that 103.8 just by a few hundredths. Fun, man. I am impressed. I must admit, it was a little bit of a rocky launch for the 252 stroke DLC, but man, I am impressed. The bikes seem like they're going to be fun to play around on. Of course, I don't think they're gonna compete with the 4-stroke counterparts, but for the most part, dude, you're riding a 2-stroke to have fun, and these bikes get the job done. I'm impressed with this 125. I kind of figured I was going to be struggling to get around the track, but of course, if I shift up into the wrong gear, I definitely struggle to get around the track. This rhythm was a perfect example of that, but I'm impressed. The 2-strokes are fun. I think that is going to be where we go ahead and end it off. I just wanted to showcase the DLC for you guys. And here's a quick look at the bikes in the garage. So we have the YZ 250, which I did showcase earlier. We have the CR 250R, which is, of course, the 2007 model, as well as the KX 250, also the 2007 model. You can get out there and be James Stewart if you want. And we do have the KTM 250 SX model here as well. The YZ 125 is the only 125 that we got in the game so far, which makes me wonder what we will be getting access to in the second 2-stroke bike pack. Do you guys have any predictions? Let me know in the comments below. Are we going to see more 125s? Imagine they release a 500. That would be sweet. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. That's where I'm going to end this one. I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.